That first fight, did Liam Smith win that fight or did Chris Eubank Jr. lose it?
I think I lost it. You know, I gave him the opportunity to do what he did. It's just one of them things. Boxing is, it's very unpredictable. That's what makes it so exciting to watch. One punch, one combination, one elbow can change it can change an entire fight, and that's what happened. One, two, three, four.
You spent your training camp mostly in Las Vegas, and we're here now in Manchester, in a gritty boxing gym in a mill on an industrial estate. I'm kind of struck by the contrast. Is there any sort of metaphor there, anything symbolic in kind of like leaving the sun behind, turning the mind cold as you get into fight mode?
Nothing symbolic, just how things turned out, you know. Vegas was where I decided I wanted to do this camp. Sin City, you know, there's a lot of great gyms, there's a lot of great sparring partners. The heat in these gyms makes it easier to cut the weight. You know, this is where BoMac and his team, where I met them, where they were preparing Terence Crawford for his fight against Errol Spence. Everything kind of just aligned perfectly.
The reason why that we picked up Chris is because, you know, first we did our background on the kid first, you know, and you know, I know of him, I've seen him fight. And, you know, just, you know, sitting down talking with the team, we figured that, you know, things could be changed.
I went to high school in Las Vegas, so the glitz and the glamour and the distractions, they don't affect me like they might affect other fighters or other people. I can focus, I can, you know, I can keep my mind on the job regardless of everything that's going on around me. And we all flew out here after a great camp, 2 weeks before the fight to acclimatize, because I've been in Vegas for the last 4 months. So I needed to get my time clock back and get used to the climate. So yeah, we've been out here for a week now, and yeah, you know, back to business. You know, these are the types of gyms that I grew up in. These old school, gritty, dirty gyms. That's, you know, that's where real fighters are made. You know, I'm happy to be back in that environment, to focus and to prepare these final few days before we go to war. It's one of those things, money, fame, comfort, none of that's really been a driving factor for me. At this stage in my career, I'm comfortable. You know, I'm not financially in need of anything. I could retire tomorrow and I'd be great for the rest of my life. But that's not, you know, that's not what drives me. You know, I want to fight, I want to compete, I want to prove myself, I want to entertain the fans. This is the sport I love, and I know that there's so much more left for me to achieve. That's what drives me. I'm not hungry anymore, if you want to call it that. You know, the kids that are hungry are the kids that they don't have anything. You know, if they don't win these fights, if they don't make it, if they don't, you know, get their records up and get these promotional deals, they don't eat. You know, they don't have a life. I'm not at that stage, so that type of hunger isn't really there for me. But the hunger to be the best fighter I could be, the hunger to compete, the hunger to excel in the sport I love is there, and it will always be there. And I think that's that type of hunger is much stronger than the artificial or the financial.
How much of that hunger right now is specifically driven, if any, by Liam Smith and what's coming up?
A huge amount. You know, this isn't so much hunger. This is pride. This is you know, this is redemption. This is proving to myself and to the many people that now think that Liam Smith is a better fighter than me because he has a win over me, that it's just not the case. You know, I know I'm a better fighter than him. I said it before the first fight, and I'm saying it before this fight, but I have to prove that. Talk is cheap. I know I can beat this guy. So now I have my opportunity to right the wrong, to set the record straight, to avenge the loss.
Does it add anything for you that it's taking place in the same venue? Because this fight had different venues at one point. It was going to be in London, here, there. Now it ended up being back in Manchester. Does that add anything?
Does it add anything? I don't focus in on any of that. You know, you could put me in a phone box, you could put me in somebody's backyard, or you could put me in, you know, Wembley. It doesn't matter to me where the fight is, if the crowd is on my side, if the crowd is against me. None of that really affects my mental, it doesn't affect my mindset, it doesn't affect my performance. I've been booed into arenas many times before, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get booed in a week's time. I hope I don't, but you know, if it happens like the last time, it's okay. I use that to fuel the fire. So yeah, it's Manchester again, yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to be here.
What can we expect to see?
I could see a good ass boxing match. I could see a superb boxing match by Chris, and so we can walk away home with the win.
You know, I don't do predictions anymore. I don't try and push an agenda or push a style of fight. I get in there, I see what I'm dealing with, and I adapt, or I execute my game plan. And I'm not going to give up my game plan right now. The fight will be exciting. The fight will be it'll be ferocious. It won't go 12 rounds, and I will win the fight.
But if you look at it, he was winning the fight until he got careless. So with fighters like that, again, you just remind them of the things they may be doing wrong, and you coach them along during the fight. And just working with Chris this last 4 weeks he's a sponge. He picks up everything.
Well, I outboxed him in the first fight before I made the mistake in the 4th round, so I know I have that side of the fight covered. You know, will I do that again and just stay switched on the whole fight? Maybe. Will I go to war with the guy from round 1? Maybe. Will I do a little bit of both? You guys will find out September 2nd. The grind and the discipline was always embraced. I didn't get where I am today without that. But I'm embracing the change, that's for sure. And it has been a change. A change in coaching styles, a change in time schedules, you know, a change in the people that are around me. And I've been open to it. You know, I haven't shied away. I haven't, you know, I haven't set up a wall. I'm taking everything in. I trust these guys. I trust the team. You know, they have the credentials and the history to back up everything that they're saying. You know, that was always my issue going through my career, is people would tell me certain things and I'm like, well, how do you know? Why should I listen to you? What have you done to make me think that what you're telling me is right? I didn't really trust or believe in anybody. That's why I kind of just stayed to myself, trained myself. You know, I had my old man and Ronnie Davis with me, but aside from that, I didn't really want to hear anything from anybody else. But you know, as you get to the highest levels, you need, or you know, it's an advantage to have, you know, experienced eyes and ears around you, and that's definitely what I have now with BoMac and his team. I'm employing different strategies. I'm working on techniques. You know, I'm being a consummate professional. I'm not leaving any stone unturned. You know, I'm studying this guy. I'm studying myself. I'm studying my sparring videotapes. I'm trying to improve each and every day.
That first fight, did Liam Smith win that fight or did Chris Eubank Jr. lose it?
I think I lost it. You know, I gave him the opportunity to do what he did. And yeah, you know, the fight was there for me to win. I was getting into the swing of things. I dominated him in the 3rd round. I was comfortable, I was relaxed, maybe a little bit too relaxed. And you know, for one second I'm on top, and the next minute, you know, the referee's waving off, and I'm pushing the referee off me, telling him let me go. I'm here. I'm ready to go. So yeah, you know, it's just one of them things. Boxing is it's very unpredictable. That's what makes it so exciting to watch. One punch one combination, one elbow can change it can change an entire fight, and that's what happened. That's what we are focusing in on in this fight, in this rematch, is staying focused, staying set, staying switched on at all times. Don't give this guy any opportunity. Here we have a situation where I'm in new territory. I'm fighting a guy who has a win over me. I've never been in a rematch before. So that, uncharted territory does bring a kind of fear. What's it going to be like? How am I going to react? How am I going to be emotionally once that bell goes? Yeah, it's all new. It's exciting.
Now, Chris says one of the things Liam does good is elbows, and he says Liam's a dirty fighter. Agree? Disagree?
Well, I never really looked at Liam like that, but Chris been in there with him, so he knows better than anybody else.
He's absolutely a dirty fighter. I said that before the fight. And yeah, he proved it on the night. He snuck it in during a volley and he caught me, and it definitely affected what happened. But again, I'm not making any excuses. It was my fault. I shouldn't have been there to receive that elbow. I shouldn't have given him the opportunity. I did. He took advantage of that, and I paid the price. It's the fight. You got to do what you got to do to win, and he did that. So this time around, no opportunities, nothing, no ground is going to be given to this guy.
You got any take on elbow gate?
Yeah, elbow his ass back.
What? What can a shot like that do to a fighter if you get caught?
You can get cut. You can easily get cut. You can get cut. You can get cut. You can get, and just think if the ref don't see it, and they call it a punch. If they don't have the replay system here, it could change the fight.
Are you going to be speaking to the ref beforehand?
Definitely that. Definitely that. You're supposed to do. That's what trainers are here for. Have the ref, look out for little small things like that, and just make him aware. And so when he do it, or it look like he about to do it, that's when you speak up, push the envelope with the referees. As you say, a do or die. Either you're gonna go back to the back of the bus, or they're gonna put you in the front, and you're gonna be relevant again with the middleweight division, and considered for a title or a title eliminator. And anytime a fighter steps in the ring, is always a chance. So, I want to take a chance on, I feel more that he can win this fight more than anything, because he was winning the last fight. So I'm going to take the chance to go and put my name out there, put my team name out there, and so we can go out there and get the job done. I'm here to do a job. My job is to make sure Chris wins.
Listen, it's a Chris Eubank Jr. event. I go out there and I put it on the line each and every time. I don't quit. I don't look for ways out. When I'm hurt, I keep going. I'm not going to give you reasons to why. If you don't know, then you don't know. I just need to go in there and win. But I would say that if you're a casual boxing fan, because the real boxing fans know what I do, if you're a casual, if there was ever a fight that you would want to tune into, it would be this one, because this is me in a situation which is do or die. I haven't been in this situation before. I haven't gone into the ring with somebody who has a win over me, a stoppage win. So you're going to see something new. You're going to see something crazy. You're going to see something exciting. So tune in September 2nd.